Have you ever wondered how a simple chili can make your mouth feel so hot, or how mint can feel so cool? Well, today we're going to explore the fascinating chemistry behind these sensations and more. So let's dive in. Chilies contain a compound called capsaicin, which is responsible for their hot or spicy flavor. Capsaicin is found in the membranes that surround the seeds of the chili pepper. And when it comes to how hot a chili is, we're talking about a scale called the Scoville scale. The Scoville scale measures the amount of capsaicin in a chili pepper. The higher the concentration of capsaicin, the hotter the chili. For example, a bell pepper has 0 heat units on the Scoville scale because it doesn't contain any capsaicin. On the other hand, a habanero pepper has between 250 and 800 heat units, making it much hotter than a jalapeno pepper, which only has between 200 and 500 heat units. But what makes chilies feel hot in our mouths? Well, it all has to do with the way our bodies perceive different sensations in our mouths. We have special receptors that detect different chemicals and send signals to our brains, which then interpret those signals as hot, cold, sweet, sour, or salty. When capsaicin binds to these receptors, it sends a signal to your brain that interprets it as a burning sensation. This is why your mouth feels hot when you eat a chili pepper. But there's more to it than just the temperature. Capsaicin also triggers the release of endorphins, which are chemicals in our bodies that make us feel good. That's why some people love eating spicy foods. It gives them a rush of endorphins that make them feel happy. Now let's talk about mint. Mint contains a compound called menthol. Menthol is what gives mint its characteristic minty flavor. But it does more than that. It also creates a cooling sensation in our mouths. Menthol works by activating a different set of receptors in our mouths called the TRPM8 receptors. These receptors are responsible for detecting cold temperatures. When menthol binds to these receptors, it sends a signal to your brain that interprets it as a cold sensation. This is why mint leaves feel cool in your mouth. But wait, there's more. Menthol also inhibits the release of a chemical in our mouths called histamine. Histamine is responsible for the burning sensation that we feel when we eat spicy food. So by inhibiting the release of histamine, menthol helps to reduce the feeling of heat in our mouths. This is why mint is often used as a garnish for spicy dishes. It helps to cool down the spiciness and add a refreshing flavor. So the next time you eat mint, think about how amazing it is that a simple chemical can create so many different sensations in our mouths. But it's not just mint and chili that can create interesting sensations in our mouths. There are all sorts of foods and drinks that can do the same thing. For example, did you know that the numbness you feel when you eat an ice cream cone is caused by a compound called eugenol? Eugenol is found in high concentrations in cloves and cinnamon. It numbs your mouth by blocking the nerve impulses to your brain. And finally, have you ever wondered how soap can taste so sweet? Well, it turns out that soap contains a compound called sodium lauryl sulfate, which binds to the same receptors in our mouths that detect sweet flavors. So if you're ever in a pinch and don't have any sugar, you could always add a little bit of soap to your food to make it taste sweeter. Just kidding. Please don't do that. We hope you enjoyed learning about the fascinating chemistry that occurs in our mouths when we eat different foods. From the spiciness of chili to the coolness of mint to the numbness of ice cream and the sweetness of soap, there's a lot more to our sense of taste and touch than we realize. So the next time you eat, take a moment to appreciate all the amazing chemistry that's happening in your mouth. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.